something you can work with Dana about.
To talk about in the meeting.
Oh, I don't want that.
You can make what you you in charge of that.
Why am I?
No. That's fine. I'll take it.
Hold on one second, guys. I don't know why this is green blue.
But then,
This is extreme blue.
yeah, I think there's, I don't know, you can know it. I don't think we're paying them more first. We can get like rainbows. If you guys have another idea. Want to see the cutest thing ever?
Huh, I love that bird. Isn't it cute?
It's really cute.
I like the little birds too. The 10 birds. That's really cute.
Oh, it's wings. Well, it could be. It's wings all that.
And your bird thing.
Whether we would.
Yeah.
Really do razors, so that was pretty.
White hearts off.
I did. I don't know where we got this paper. It's really nice.
It's super good.
It's a small things in life, guys.
I think the tail.
Jeff's not having some.
I'm gonna pass this down. This is.
Yeah.
He needs less.
Well, it seems like I gotta get IT on this. Where the camera's not.
Oh, you got it.
All right, we're good to go.
Okay, guys, let's adjourn the meeting. Welcome to the August meeting of the Harbor Springs Tree Board. Thank you for coming. Victor, would you like to call roll, please?
Yes, Kathleen Leo,
Here.
Kathy Marshall,
Here.
Dana Mulder,
Here.
Carol Leonard,
Here.
Teresa Johnson.
Here.
We have a quorum. Okay, did people get a chance to look at the minutes from July? Any comments, questions, corrections? I would entertain a motion to approve.
A second.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve.
Sorry, I made motion. Sorry. I was reading and listening to the same
It
time.
works.
Other motion, Johnson seconds, all in favor?
Uh, let's see, Victor, any board communications this month?
Oh, only thing is, I'm counseling on Monday. I am going to, sorry, there's someone out.
Okay.
Going on council just to talk about the vegetation management, ideas that we had talked about. At previous tree board.
Yeah.
So go to council and talk about it, see what their recommendation is. Let you know what happens.
So there's a budget put together and.
No budget, no, I'm not going that far yet. I want to first, before I go all that work, see if the council's okay with.
Yes.
With that idea.
Yep.
And if they're okay with it, then we can start preparing the details.
And so this will be at the September meeting?
Yep, tomorrow.
Oh,
All
tomorrow.
right, Monday.
Monday. Okay.
Not tomorrow, Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll just be, it shouldn't take too long. It's either really gonna be whether council wants to go forward or not with it. And if they do want to go forward, then we can bring back detailed plans, how much it'll cost and.
Yep.
You know, what areas we should do first.
Is there like a PowerPoint pros and cons kind of?
I don't
thing?
think, I'll do pros and cons, but I don't think I'm not gonna do a PowerPoint. I'll do it in a memo fashion.
Okay.
And then when we get to that point, we'll do a larger presentation like PowerPoint, visuals of what areas we're talking about specifically. The other board communication is that we do have, Ben did just write a report for vegetation management report request on West Bluff. And so that report, a draft copy of that report was sent to the applicants. They're gonna review it. And then once they're okay with it, then it goes to the public for comment. So we'll see how that one goes.
So that's the far end of West Bluff.
Yeah, far end of West Bluff.
Okay. Good, okay. And this is where we move into public comment for anything that's not on the agenda. So all we're talking about is ArborFest. So I think you guys are up. Welcome.
Thank you. We have inquired in the past regarding, there are two major trees on Bay Street that are very sick, and have been very sick for 5-10 years.
Can you ask Can you identify yourself?
I'm
please?
sorry, I'm Meg Sproul. I live in Marina Village. And we had written a request to, ask the arborist to come and see those trees and if there was an option for a better plant material and that those trees be removed. They're very sick. There are two very sick trees on Main Street.
Victor, do you want to address that, with the possible improvement
Would you
to
rate
Bay
it?
Street?
Right after you came. So
Okay.
how many years ago has that been?
5.
5 years ago. You were new.
So I'm not sure, so I have to do some research, see if Ben did follow up, because usually he'll eventually follow up to see if there's, if he, well, yeah, he would usually. If, to determine or not if it was, if they are diseased and how bad it is, if they're salvageable, so. I don't know, I just don't remember, I have no recollection.
They are, I'm not an arborist and I think you are, aren't you, Dana?
Sorry?
Are you an arborist? I think someone told me.
Landscape.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can see, there are maple
No,
trees
I-
that are planted in a concrete square so that they don't receive enough water. They'll never thrive. And, it just by visually, you would just see that they're very, very sick. The bark is sick, the trees are pencils instead of spreading. And is my understanding, and I don't know this to be fact, but that there was a maple tree planted on the opposite side of the street that has flourished and is gorgeous because it's got a big green space
Talking
too.
about the south side of Bay Street.
I'm talking
The water
about
side.
is this the south side?
North side. Well, the sick trees.
The sick trees
On
are
the
on our
condos,
side, they're on the
condos.
Marina Village side,
Okay.
and they're in the sidewalk,
So there's
surrounded
another,
by gravel.
there's another as contemplation there about, we can remove them if they are diseased and sick, but about replacing trees there is because the bike path eventually might go in, might
Right.
follow that side of the road, we don't know yet. Which side it's gonna go on, so if we do put the bike path in, which would be going on Bay Street probably somewhere. North, it might not make sense to replace the trees yet, depending on how that bike path design might look. Because those, the
We are
Marina Village, those
fundraising for that
condos,
right now.
those condos are, their condo driveways essentially are, the right of way is very wonky there. Half of the driveways, like the half of them are actually in the city right away. So, it's a very, and there, like you said, it's no vegetation, it's just a tree and a concrete slab. There's no green space between the road and the.
We did, I can let you know, the tree board did spend a lot of time, last year and early this year, working on a street tree plan. And we did identify Bay Street as, a place that's in great need, but we decided, as Victor said, to kind of put things on hold. Because aren't there supposed to be some infrastructure
There's also
improvements?
infrastructure,
Yeah,
water and sewer improvements.
that and with the bike path, you know, it could be throwing good money after bad, so,
If they're sick, I'll ask. Ben.
Yeah.
Maybe they could just be removed.
right,
They've been,
yeah.
they're unsightly.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you for your
Sure.
time and consideration.
And there is, we did pass a formal, so you asked before the meeting started about like procedural process questions. So we did, I did when I came here, went to council to clear up the process on how to request trees to be removed, whether they're sick or not. And we do have a procedure for that. So for example, if the arborist or DPW director find out in their opinion, they think they're not sick enough to be removed, that they can be saved or, and if you still wanted to remove them, there is a process for that as well. So
I think they're belong to the city, the streets. Do they not?
they do belong to the
Yeah,
city.
they belong to the city, we don't like that.
If you want to leave your number with Victor, maybe you could let her know what the status is.
With that.
Thank you. Great.
Thank you. Okay, shall we move on to old business, Arbor Day Fest finalization? And,
We do have a few things to figure out.
yeah, I've been spamming Victor with a lot of ideas, so, a lot of things to do.
Let's just recap what we do have. Good, know for sure, right? It is on Saturday, September 14th. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Harvard View Park,
11 to 1.
11 to 1. Yep. There will be tree plantings. There will be a craft for kids. We're hoping there'll be a talk. Disc golf demonstration, that's still going on. Free hot dogs, snacks, and refreshments. And we did talk about the mayor doing the grilling. I don't think we'll be able to do the sea lanes, so I'm gonna cross that off. Right?
I did find.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah.
you did? Okay, then we can talk about that. And then, all right, so the things we need to discuss then are, what types of trees, where, and how we're gonna do the plantings. For example, do we want DPW to dig the holes beforehand, or do we want, residents and volunteers to come dig the hole? Yeah.
I think you have on DPW.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Then who the talk is and what it's about, what kind of craft we're having, and seedlings we're giving away, and if we found any sponsors. So,
You
let's,
want me to take it away?
yeah, if you wanna take it away
Yeah.
from this, yeah. I didn't really go.
Let's see, first of all,
I can answer the
yes,
last
go ahead.
question.
Yeah,
We have a sponsor, Walster Marine will sponsor it, $750.
Yep, so that's 250 more than we had last year, so
Good.
that'll help pay for the seedlings, pay for the cookout, I have a couple
That's
other
great.
little things to talk about with that too.
No, they want big building.
Yeah, so then I think, one of the things that I wanted to talk about too was, marketing and, public
Okay,
communication and that kind of thing, so we'll talk about that then. Do you guys like the idea of a theme for Arbor Day? Themes are good, yeah. So I was thinking, what if this year we focused on, trees as beneficial for habitat and food source for, birds?
okay. Love that idea.
Yep. And we talked about a speaker and I sent a note to Victor. I tried the U of M bio station. They said they'd love to do it next year. They just need a little more notice. So, you can keep them in mind. Audubon has nothing up in northern Michigan. They have something up in Marquette. So my thought was, what if, we took the angle, birds play heavily into the symbology of Native Americans of the area. What if we had Eric Hemingway come and do a talk again? He was so good the first time he did it. He's really engaging, and I think he also could possibly be a draw, like we would get people just to come see him if nothing else. So what do you guys think about that?
And
I would listen to Eric talk about it.
Yeah.
He's the greatest speaker.
Yeah,
He is
great
great.
idea. Do you want to see if he might be free?
I'll do that today.
Okay, good.
And if he's not,
I have other ideas.
Okay.
Yeah, so other ideas are Nukmuk. See if anybody there could talk about trees, birds, kind of thing. And I did talk to, what's his name, Kiernan, in the Conservancy.
Oh, okay.
Fleming?
Fleming.
Oh.
And he said he probably could find somebody, but he was kind of scratching his head, so, but need be, you can do it.
so what I won't list this flyer yet, who's talking, I'll talk on wildlife habitat and trees.
Yeah, unless you happen to get a hold of them quick.
Right, exactly, but if
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't, I'll just leave it. Okay.
Let's see, other things getting to the tree planting part of it. What do you guys think? This is like a one event every year, right? So what do you think about having a fundraising aspect? And that's where I came up with this idea. If you look at your little handout. My family's really into this really hard board game called Wingspan. Kathy knows about that. And so we're really into birds. So I got these little tin birds as stocking stuffers. Did we pass them down?
Yeah.
Everybody saw them? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really cute, and I sent her a note today to see if we could have any advantage for quantity discounts or anything. They're $6.50 if you buy them one at a time. But if we could get them for $5 and we could have a table and, we could have adopt a tree at the table. We could have buy a stocking stuffer for $15 or something like that, and that could go towards the tree fund.
Yeah,
Love the
I
idea.
like that
idea. Okay.
Why not?
They're so cute too. Okay, so I'll wait till she gets back and then, it's $6 each. How many, and well, let's say we can get them for $5 each. What would we ask for them, do you think? 15?
15 sounds a little steep.
It does.
Right,
Let's
that's what I'm
try 10.
Let's try 10.
Okay. Okay, and then how many people do we usually get at Arbor Day?
Depends, 10, 20, 30,
Maybe
depends on
30.
how many
If there
well.
there may be more. And
advertising.
it's a different time of year, so I was thinking with fall color, maybe we would get more people to see
Different
it.
location too, it's on the main street as opposed to tucked away in
Yeah,
Kiwanis Park, so.
That's true. So, what did we have before? I don't know.
Well, the first time at Kiwanis Park, we had a lot of people show up, when Eric did the talk. There was probably like 30 people just to listen to the talk.
at least, yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, so,
Or, I didn't even think about this, you're gonna want those restrooms open?
yeah. Probably, yeah.
because we're gonna be up here at Coassaquat, right?
Harborview,
Harborview.
yeah, close, yes, yeah, you're right.
Okay,
By the pickleball courts.
thank you, got it.
Well, I think I can return what we don't sell, so what if I just ordered 50 or, but you should probably order, right? I send you the link,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at least 50. Mm-hmm,
at least 50 or more
Yeah.
than 50.
I'd say at least 50.
Like I would go to something like this and say, oh, I'm gonna get one of those for all my grandkids.
Yeah. Mhm.
75,
Sure.
100, 75.
Feel like
It's like an auctioneer. Yeah. But doesn't sell, you guys can buy for your grandkids. Yeah, okay, great. And we'll see how that goes, and maybe we have a fundraising aspect at Arbor Fest in years to come too. Let's see. I did come up with a possible game. Rachel kindly printed out the playing boards, and I think I put a picture in the little handout too. Bird bingo. And so I think we would just get like some Skittles and use those for the bingo markers or something like that, and then they have call cards too. Yeah. Do you like the idea of that? Yeah.
Yes, but I don't know about edible markers.
I don't think that's a,
Kids are doing this?
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe everybody gets a little pile of Skittles to eat and then they get their markers.
When you eat it, okay.
Yeah,
Or
maybe
if
that's
you
it.
eat your markers, you won't win the game.
Yeah.
Some of them won't care.
They use Skittles in classrooms all the time for bingo.
They do,
They do?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
You know what would be helpful
What?
as it'd be to have, I'm just like, Dan, I don't know if you could do this. I know if we have a speaker, it might be able to do it, but maybe have a sheet of which trees these birds commonly call home.
Oh,
Or, you know, where they maybe,
Mhm.
that way tie it back into trees, you know.
yeah, I
tie-
like that.
Tie into trees, and maybe it could just be a couple printouts that are there and be like, when you're playing a game, you're like, oh, the Blue Jays tend to like oaks, or I don't know if they do, but, you know, obviously we know.
Here's the trees we're planting today and, you know,
Here are some bird species that tend to.
that's a great idea, yeah.
Mhm.
And,
Just to tie it, close that loop,
The birds that we see around.
yeah,
well, these are ones that nest in these trees and these are ones that might eat the
yeah.
seed or whatever.
And you could also tie in with the bird feeders that they make,
Yes,
because some just go to bird feeders.
We're doing bird, so we're doing a bird feeder craft again? Yes.
yep, the picture of that is also in the handout.
How about using bird seed as markers, like the large sunflower seeds in the shell?
I think the kids would like the Skittles better.
I didn't hear what you said, Kathy.
She wants to use bird seed for markers.
The sunflower.
Like
seeds.
sunflower seeds.
No,
No?
I don't,
No.
We could,
I don't think
yeah.
well, I, you know,
It's an
Maybe
idea.
it's agreement at tree board.
yeah, really.
And if they end up on the ground, it's fine.
Yeah.
Then we don't have candy.
So I have a dumb question. I'm not sure how quickly I could put together the popsicle stick bird feeder. How much time are we allowing for that?
Gonna have to be more than me at the table.
Huh?
For the scrap, it's gonna have to be more than me at the table.
Usually it's, yeah, 'cause usually you go with the peanut butter on the toilet.
Yeah, that's easy though, cause I just hand him a knife. Well, a plastic knife. Clarify that.
Well, Rachel, what if we got the stuff and you and I can make one and see how long it takes?
Yeah, my other question is, are we
'Cause I'd like to do that.
having them put the bird seed in at home?
Yes.
I have 4 and like, no way is anyone getting in my car with a bird feeder full of bird.
No, I
seed.
think they have a picture
Absolutely
there.
not.
Maybe Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to put the bird seed in little bags.
Yeah, that's a picture.
Oh, yeah.
I would recommend that
the base of the bird feeder be pre-made, already finished.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Because that's
The
gonna
whole
be
thing
the
would go fast.
hardest.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then students, I mean, even your littlest
Yeah, they should be able to
children
stack.
are gonna be able to stack the
Yeah, it's like
popsicle
Lincoln.
sticks pretty easily,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so do the base part of it?
They have the
first?
bases already made. You might even be
I
able to
would
buy
update
them that
that.
way.
Okay.
Yeah, cause I just think it's gonna move things on. That's gonna take the longest and then you're gonna have to wait for that to dry. And if that's not dry, the whole thing's gonna fall apart and. Yeah.
Well, I think there's, I don't know if this Elmer's Extreme Glue is that, but, I think there's glue that it dries faster and is thicker and tackier.
It really
Is this-
do.
How little are these kids gonna be?
Well, they've,
Elmer's Extreme Glue.
they've,
It'll stick.
they've ranged in age from like little 5-year-old to.
So I mean-
Parents will help that. Yeah.
Okay, cause I'm thinking of, I don't know what extreme glue
So I
is.
guess this brings
Small
up,
children and I'm thinking disaster.
now this brings up a good question though about volunteers. So can everybody on the board be there?
You bet.
Yes.
I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
And then, we have our parks volunteer people, but we could get a couple of them too.
All right, I'll be there. So what I'll get Lucas to do then is we need to open, well, you can do the bathrooms at skate park and get open. We'll have to have plenty of picnic tables down there,
Yeah. Like one for food,
at least 5.
at least 5, because people might want to sit and
Like
eat
3
too,
now.
maybe 6.
So maybe another 4 or 5, get them.
And then we have tablecloths now.
So you, and also have the holes dug beforehand for the trees.
Yeah.
But we need to mark the locations.
Yeah, I first look about that.
Okay,
We can do that.
Get to know the type of tree too.
yes.
Yep, let's talk about that a little bit later.
Do you know how much this is gonna cost?
What?
I'm just curious, is the
Oh,
the supplies for
popsicle
the
sticks?
the
What
bird?
would you guess?
We've got them in
100
bulk,
bucks.
I'm sure somewhere.
Yeah.
I would guess high would be like $50,
Okay,
not probably,
just curious, I'm just curious.
yeah.
So I see in the supplies it mentions paint.
I don't think we should do
I
that.
don't know, we should do that.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, and I don't know what means.
No, let's cross those two things out. Saw that night. And then have cord to hang from, and then little baggies, and can we do something besides plastic,
For what? What?
for the bird seed? What if we tried to get those little wax paper, like baggies?
Yeah, I'll take
See
a
what
look
you-
at Kiwanis and see what we have already. We already have those plastic bags from the last tree board. Arbor Fest, the
I mean, we
recyclable
should just use
ones.
them up.
We have those that we can use for them to take the crap home, is what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah.
And then Parks has aprons that the kids can wear just in case glue is an
Good idea.
issue.
Mhm.
They're just little kids, paint aprons. Yeah, I'll take a look.
Okay. Okay. So, let's talk about the trees. So, I don't know if you guys know, there's been some talk about Shade Park and kind of revamping things a little bit, when the locomotive comes, maybe having a walk connecting the locomotive and the AHA, so it doesn't look like we're just plunking things in the park and they're not part of a greater whole. But, this line of trees got planted 30 feet west of the Demers property line. And they're in an odd place and they really break the park up. So, I guess, Rachel, is this a for sure thing? I think Lucas has agreed to,
Yeah, but it's not gonna happen.
Not with
Yeah,
this,
it'll be
but-
out.
yeah, so we could have potentially, like 4 or 5 trees be moved from there up to Harborview.
I had Ben look at that and he looked at the trees and he says he doubts they will survive past a year or two. He seriously doubts they will survive past a year or two. They will, so
He doesn't
If
think they'll
we-
survive at all.
you replant them.
Well,
So
yeah,
you can
let's
try
get
it.
back to what we talked about last time. I've done it a million times on landscape jobs.
But it's his professional opinion that you if you're gonna remove them and you can try.
I think we want them out of there no matter what, so I feel it's worth a try.
But we could try it.
Yeah.
I mean, is there, yeah.
It's confident they will die, so.
Is it due to the roots?
Is
that what he's saying?
Yeah, one of them is the root expansion is, the roots that are there, they've planted, are far enough and far established enough that
Ah,
you're gonna be breaking up the roots. That's one. There's another, then getting readjusted to the new location, new soil. It's, so,
We'll look forward to proving them wrong.
and we can, well, then let us,
So
you'll
we
let us.
have those trees coming, and so, I don't know how familiar you guys are with the park, but there was a line of, spruce trees between the parking lot and the park. And those all got cut down, so we were thinking maybe the big trees there, Rachel. Yeah, and then maybe the smaller ones between the pickleball court and the park.
but I guess for now, what are we talking about for trees that you planted there? What species, what kind of species?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we should focus on for our.
So let's focus
Yeah.
on trees that are good for birds, right?
Okay.
Um. Well, the black gum that we are putting along, 119 in front of Bay Bluffs, that's an excellent bird plant, bird tree, for habitat and for fruit.
What's that one called?
Black gum.
No idea.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I can send everybody pictures.
Okay.
I have
Yeah, or Victor can pull up some pictures.
no idea. I have.
They have, they're native to Michigan. They have brilliant fall color. They have fruit in the fall. Good nesting.
Okay. And how tall did they get, Anna?
They would be more of what I would consider a medium-sized shade tree, so maybe more like 30, 40 as opposed to 60 or
Holy,
Yeah.
30 to 40 is medium? Okay,
that's small.
thank you.
So these are fall color,
Okay.
little white flowers in the spring, nice branching, yeah. Glossy green leaf in the summer.
Okay.
What's younger?
Are they quick growing,
I would say medium.
medium?
A lot of quick growing trees, what comes along with the good is the bad, that they tend to be weaker wooded.
What are these, is this not the species that didn't really survive well when you planted, or was it?
Victor, those I'm sure had to do with water because the ones at the other end are doing just great.
So it is a species that didn't, that died, the trees that we had.
Yep, but so, yeah, so did the cedars. That end just didn't get water for whatever.
It didn't get enough water. Okay.
I would feel fully confident putting these in, but if you're hesitant, we can look at other ideas.
It's a beautiful tree.
It is, yep. So we could do a couple of those. Do we want to do 3 trees? Does that sound good? Victor, is that reasonable?
That's fine. Yeah, for trees.
3 to plant, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. I like odd numbers.
So maybe not to do like one of each kind, but 2 of these and 1 of something else.
Okay.
Um,
I don't know. I have birds in my yard, but I don't know if I have a lot.
well,
We talk about an elm tree, is that the kind, the big one?
yep, big
Like
base
what?
shape. Yeah, maybe that's the one, Rachel, that we do kind of in the middle as like a statement piece.
Yeah, that park is like made for a massive. tree. Yeah,
Do you want to look up
Yeah,
Fisher,
they're pretty.
Princeton or Adelaide elm?
And
These are new varieties of the American elm, you know, that had trouble with the Dutch elm.
They're good for
disease.
birds.
Well, I'm gonna check. Let's check.
Oh,
We have too many.
yeah.
Yeah, they have fruit, nesting. Best trees for birds, a starter list, I like. Got the little ones, oaks are on there.
Just thought maybe 2 medium and 1 big one, since we have the
Yeah.
space up there. To do it, like more towards the center of the park would be kind of nice. Still leaves green space and it open, but
Okay.
gives shade.
Mhm.
So two black gum and
Elm trees are home to many birds and other animals, providing shelter, food and reproduction.
so Lucas, the DPW will dig the holes, now planting, we need to bring.
One elm and two gums?
Or versus vita, yeah,
Oh, I thought we were doing one big tree, so that would be the
gotta
elm.
be in the.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
we'll.
and then
aim
two.
for.
Yeah.
other.
Yeah. Unless Victor's, uncomfortable with the black one.
Well, probably need to bring supplies for people, or do people bring their own supplies, because.
I think we could, if we could bring shovels, that would be
Gloves, we
good.
have gloves, DPW
Gloves.
has stuff like gloves and we can ask them.
Oh, they're not gonna dig the hole.
They will dig the hole, but when we plant the tree, we need people to, that's what, people are gonna be doing the planting.
Refill it.
They have gloves, I don't know if they have extra gloves.
I know Relief, when they did, they brought some stuff with them. But if they have, maybe have some shovels and
Yeah, they definitely have shovels.
we can get some, maybe we can buy some.
Maybe
Well, we could ask some of
one
the
box
volunteers.
cutter for one of us to use to cut the twine around the
Tree
tree.
parks and DPW should have at least. I would think at least 8 to 10 shovels.
Okay,
Because to backfill the soil.
cool.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, if we got a plan.
You rakes too,
Pardon?
rakes too, or no?
Sure. And gator bags. And then I guess, do we have,
Lucas has gator bags.
Oh, okay.
The DPW has gator bags.
and then a plan to fill the gator bags?
There's a water source up there.
And then, could we ask Ben,
Yeah, there's a water source.
could we ask Ben to do, like last year, he did a pruning demonstration, he could do a little quick lecture on, the proper way to plant trees.
Can I ask him if he's available?
Oh, yeah.
I could probably do it too if he can't. I have not done this yet, but, we talked about being at farmer's market again this year, getting seedlings out, so I can make a reservation if that sounds good. And then,
The same day.
same day, and then,
Seedlings from where?
pardon me?
So you said you found seedlings?
Yes, so, farmer's market is good, we agree to that. Yep.
Mhm. Yes.
Yes, and if you look at the handout, you may have heard of David Hoffman, he's one of the big landscapers in town, and he said they get all their seedlings from this place, and he has just nothing but good to say about them, pricing and service. So this time of year, as Ben was saying, they're sold out of a lot of stuff. But here are a couple that they do have, and we haven't done either of these yet. So flowering dogwood, it's like an ornamental sized tree, getting to be 15 to 20 maybe. Tulip poplar is a big tree, and you can see one of those all the way down at the end of Gene Jardine, and I think we put that in maybe 5 years ago.
That's
they
a very
get-
slow growing tree.
Tulip poplar's fast.
Here, is
Here.
it? Cause I had one planted in where I lived before and
Were your
Oh, so-
expectations realistic? Hopefully, so you they think.
10 years it was there.
Okay. No, they're known to be
Before I left.
pretty fast growing.
Okay.
Which is the dogwood, you're saying?
The
Now the
tulip
poplar.
tree, so the tulip tree is a big shade tree and they can get big.
How
And
tall
just
do
here's-
these trees get?
Uh,
Can it tell
the
people?
dogwood 15 to 20.
Okay.
And you know what we did last year is I made up a little sheet about the white spruce that they gave out at
Mhm.
farmer's market, so I can do that again.
Oh, that'd be good, yeah.
Yep. And then the tulip poplar, those can get really big, like 50, 60. So that's a question of whether we're doing our residents a disfavor by giving away seedlings that are gonna take over their whole yard.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the dogwood. I
I do
think
too.
dogwood's beautiful.
Yeah.
tree.
I
It
do, I
is.
like that idea.
I like tulip trees, but for
Yeah,
that reason you just stated,
yeah,
you
yeah.
have to be prepared for it.
And so they do have quantity discounts. So I did look and we did 150 last year. So would we do that again then, I guess?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
That'll cost us about $170
Yeah, they have the discount,
for 100.
okay. Excellent, and then we're gonna have to, maybe Ben can help with this again of, getting them set up with a bag and a little, soil. Or if he brings that stuff, we can have the volunteers do it. We get there early and do it.
Yep.
I think that's how we did it, actually.
That's what we did last year.
Okay. Great.
So these are, where are these from, these?
I think it's in the email I sent you. Got a link. I think it's called New Life or something like that. Okay. Then, the next thing, I thought we could talk about is logistics. So, should I reach out and see if we can get a few more volunteers? Or let's see,
How many volunteers, what do we need of volunteers for? We got Rachel maybe working with one person on the.
Crafts. yes, somebody doing the bingo calling,
Yeah.
some
The
people
farmers
helping
market.
with the trees. So maybe we have enough.
Yeah, no, I think we have enough.
Bill Mulder, I will come.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, Tony will probably be there too.
Okay, all right, let's not worry about
And I
that.
spoke to Trevor about this golf.
He's good.
He's on board. His wife is due for their second baby the 23rd. So assuming they don't have a second child, then yes, he will be there. But then to just put it on hold.
And is he gonna bring the basket too?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
so, okay.
And Rachel, you can bring the tablecloths for the
Mhm.
tables. And then are you, you're good with getting the craft supplies and all that, and I can help you make up the bases or
Yeah.
a few of us to do that. Yeah,
I'd be glad to help with you too.
okay. And then crafts for how many people? How many kids? Maybe the adults wanna make them too. It's kind of fun.
I think 20 is plenty.
How many?
20.
I think that
Sounds light to me.
Well, based on past bird feeder practice, and that was a simple one.
Make sure there's
About
one for
15,
me.
20.
Yeah, about that.
These are a little more complex, so.
How many you're gonna get screwed up
I'm
in the
hoping more
process?
people come this year,
What?
but we don't know. I'm hoping more people will come. And then also stuff can be returned, like if you get it at Hobby Lobby or something.
I mean, what's the worst case if you buy a few too many?
It's not about buying, it's about how many they want to put together the bases.
No,
Oh,
Yeah.
How much
I
do you-
think that
oh, I
if
get
there's a
it.
group of us doing it.
Yeah,
Well, maybe you guys spend enough, figure out how much time you want to spend doing it.
Yeah.
Couple hours.
So how many did you
Because you could
decide?
say you want to do 100 and you guys are there for.
no, not 100.
We thought about doing both. We have supplies left from last year too. Like if you did 20 or 25 of the ones and then still left the peanut butter toilet. I'm just thinking of younger kids. You have like a 2-year-old, they might not, parent may not want to sit there. Not that I don't love kids, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm sure, no, I'm,
God bless them, but
Yeah, I don't think if you wanna do that, I think that's.
but we have all the
Yeah,
stuff, is what I'm
yeah,
saying.
as well.
It's
Yeah,
not- You need to
yeah.
give people like 2 options, because the older kids
Sure.
may be really into balancing, kind of like the Lincoln log thing. The little ones may not hold the attention span long enough.
Can we say 40 popsicle stick thing?
Yeah, that's fine, yeah, but then we have another option if we do run out or
Yeah.
something.
And then bird seed too.
Yeah,
Okay, let's see. Then, for Rachel, the hot dogs, buns, chips, water, lemonade.
do you wanna borrow Gatorade jugs from the outfitter? Yeah.
Or maybe we should just buy our own if we're gonna do it, or that's in next year's budget.
Gatorade jugs, so I'll look at the price of them, if not, I'll talk to Josh.
Okay. Thanks. And then paper goods, paper plates, we have a lot of that at Kiwanis, right? Condiments, yeah. And then there's not a grill up there right now, right?
No,
So Lucas can bring the
yeah,
back.
DPW.
Okay. And then, how about a Phil and Tony grill? Oh, the mayor, we said the mayor, okay. Has anybody asked the mayor
Did
yet?
anybody ask the
I
mayor?
have.
And he's okay?
Cool.
And, do we have like grilling utensils or,
We have all that stuff. I think we've had them last time. They're just the hot dogs. They're just
Yeah, the tons, yeah.
Yeah, you guys, do you want me to do the food license too?
And can we get the nice hot dogs?
That's what was gonna be my next question.
Like the ones you had at the skate park.
Those are so good.
Like, everybody
loved those.
Okay, and then, let's see, I think the only other thing that I had to talk about was marketing, like, should we do a flyer that can go in the newsletter? School newsletter? Cause I think that's a good spot. And then maybe we could see if Scott would put them in the stores downtown. Victor, do you wanna do a flyer or anybody else want to do? Or
This is the typical flyer we use.
yeah, why don't we do that?
Yeah. and
We
then
just need to,
I
yeah,
need to fill it
no,
in.
that's perfect. Yeah, get the dates and, yeah.
And then we have Wallstrom's right at the bottom is one of the
Oh, yeah.
sponsors.
Is that
Yeah,
on, is it
Yeah,
on?
well, I'll get it, yeah, I'll say sponsored by Harbor Springs. I'll take away the Tree City USA. Well, I'll keep. I don't know, we'll decide that. Tree
You
City.
don't want a Wallstrom logo or anything.
No, I'll just put, and by Wallstrom and Wallstrom Marine.
Okay.
Do you have any other sponsors or?
No, that's fine. I think that's enough. One is enough this year. Based on the 750 that they're giving, so.
Oh, another thing was Nancy, who I believe is on Zoom, called me and said they have some extra supplies from their event. That they're willing to give us. It's like educational pieces about the environment. Some is bird seed.
That'd be great.
So yeah, okay, so I called her back, told her.
So
Thank you.
will you change the pictures that are on that flyer, Victor?
Yeah, I can try to. The problem I find is that to get free images is a problem. We can't use copyrighted images from others, so I try to.
Well, the bird feeder one is from Etsy, so I don't know if they copyright those. I wouldn't think so.
I know, but it's always a.
Um, so not the tree climbing, but maybe a picture with shovels. Do you want me to send you some or you can?
If you can
find-
find some pictures, yeah, that'd be great, yeah.
Just grab a shovel, take pictures of each other.
We have any pictures also from previous year's Arbor Fest or tree plantings that we've done?
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
There you go.
I do.
We have this tree planting here and this tree planting here, that we had a lot of people.
Did you want like pictures of birds in a local garden or
That could help too.
Bird in a tree, yeah.
that? I have a bird picture or two.
Yeah, that would be.
Yep, and that's not copyrighted, or are you gonna charge us?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, if you could send me something, I'll kind of,
Okay.
It's always tough with these things because most, you go from the internet, someone's probably not gonna find out, but.
No, these are,
They do.
I'm talking about
Well, I
mine.
know you're own, but yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, yes, you just never know.
I get it, I get it.
right, and then we can do like a public service announcement in Harbor Light.
Yeah, I'll get I'll do our traditional meetings of marketing, so
And then we can post on the city website and Parks and Rec too, maybe Rachel.
those are all, yep, put our newsletter, put it on the website.
Yeah, let's-
put it
And
on
then
Facebook,
Facebook
Yeah.
events.
all the standard things that
Yeah.
I'll do.
And could you get one over to the school to put in the newsletter? Yeah. Okay. And then, the only other thing I had related to this was, I don't believe we've done a tree canopy since April. So, it's an article we do, little column in the newspaper. So do we want to try and do one maybe for August? And it might be about, trees, as important for wildlife habitat and food source and come to Arbor Day, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, someone wants to write it.
Sorry,
You're not gonna write it?
I'm not gonna have time.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
I can do it next week.
Yep, that works. As long as it's in the newspaper before September 14th.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I could think of.
Well, perfect. No, I think that covers all our bases.
Yeah.
So I'll get working on some of this stuff. You can send me a link for those to order those birds.
Yeah.
seedlings.
Now, are we going to sell these at the park or at the farmer's market or both?
Oh,
Oh, can we at the farmer's market? It's not-
Yeah.
They could be at the seating table.
that'd be, oh, I bet we would do well. So maybe we get more.
I'm not sure if the farmer's, so just ask if the farmer's market does it, because they usually only do like local, like made goods that like people make themselves.
Well, you could have one there and send people up to the park farm, if like, still have that option.
Yeah.
True. That
I
might
think
be,
It's not like
I
a
think they're a good
different
idea,
ride.
so.
that might be a good way
So
to
no,
get them
that's
to go up there.
Sorry.
Great, awesome.
Okay, so link to order the birds and.
I like this.
Does anybody have any other thoughts? Hope for a nice day.
That, yeah.
Yes. If it's pouring rain, I guess we
That is what it is. We still go out there.
could reschedule or we're just gonna do it.
Let's do it. If it rains, we're gonna go out and do it anyway. There's no need to reschedule. We'll wear our raincoats.
I think it did rain when well, we've got the canopies too, I guess. Okay,
All right.
and let's see, does anybody have anything else they'd like to talk about? Not related to Arborfest? No. Good, then I think we're adjourned at 12:46.